No doubt about that one. Got the stick in there and just flipped him up in the air. What a play Jensen made. If he'd gotten by that man, he had Pyrus open on the right side.
The score, Minnesota 2, Boston nothing. Now this word. And Minnesota leading 2-0. Will pause 10 seconds for station identification.
Out for the right of Cheevers. The puck goes back of the goal. Cheevers comes out the stick handle, clears high to his left off the boards. And Erickson back to pick it up at the North Star blue line. Retreats into his zone, slides it across to Young. Young now feeding to his right for Pyrus. Comes to his left, forced back by Shepard. Pyrus now starting down the far side, runs into Shepard at center. They tie up along the boards. The puck cleared back out to center. And the Bruins get possession of it. Now Milbury feeds to Shepard at the North Star line. Chased to the near boards by Erickson. Leaves it for Milbury coming in. He fell, and the North Stars come out now with Young. At the Boston line, knocked off his stick by Doak, but it was offside, and we'll have a face-off outside the Bruins blue line. And Foster on the draw. Puck comes back in the Boston zone to the left of the goal. Milbury back for it. Gulps at it, and it goes out of play. And they'll have a face-off back outside the Boston blue line. It's deflected off a player in the neutral zone, or one of the linesmen along the boards. Foster and Sharpley again. Sharpley winning the draw to the center line. Dumped ahead by Maxwell. Sharpley picking it up, circling back. Now coming to the Boston line, feeding a pass to his right. Anderson comes back to get it under control. Lost it at the blue line as it was broken up by Marcotte. Hicks over to Maxwell, in over the line, fires into the right corner. Brosser going after it. He's checked by Doak. Now Anderson feeding back to Brosser in the corner. Out to the left point to Hicks. Back into Brosser. Back to the blue line. Maxwell firing long. Cheevers saves and goes quickly to his knees to smother. And we have a broken stick, and a slashing penalty has been called on somebody.
Should be on 26. Couldn't it?
Gary Doak. Gary Doak has been called for slashing. He broke his stick on the play.
The score, Minnesota 2, Boston nothing. Now this word. Anderson took a slash from Doak. He's now being tended to by the North Star trainers. It came on a hand, knocked the stick out of his hand. Dirty pool. Doak is off for slashing. North Star's two-man advantage for 37 seconds now, as Brad Park is still in the cooler also for the Bruins.
Face off to the right of Cheevers. North Star has a two-man advantage for 30 seconds until 37 seconds remaining in Park's penalty. 12:30 left in the game. Sharpley getting the draw back to Maxwell. Left point Erickson. Right point Maxwell. Left point Erickson. Right point Maxwell. Oh, and he missed it. He chases it to the far board. Left corner Younghand. Back to the point Maxwell. Maxwell cranking up, firing, and he's wide. It comes out to the left point Erickson. Erickson closing to his right. Now over to Maxwell. Bangs a shot. Cheevers blocking it, or went off traffic in front to the left corner. Sharpley out to Erickson. Closing in, firing, and Cheevers got the toe of his skate on that one. Deflecting it to the left corner. Maxwell to Younghands along the far board. Younghand's helmet knocked off. The Bruins get the puck and they clear it down the ice. And Park comes on. The Boston Bruins now one man short. Now here's Erickson coming out from Minnesota. To the right side, Younghands. Back over to Sharpley. Back to Younghands. A shot. Then through traffic, and Sharpley couldn't find it. It was back in his skate. Behind the net, Brosser trying to take it out in front. Knocked off his stick. Puck comes out along the right wing board. Still in the Bruins zone. And drops to the ice finally. Sharpley feeding it across to the far side. Back to Maxwell. Here's the shot. The save, the rebound, and cleared away before Sharpley could get to it. Now Brosser back near the line for Eric. Long shot. In traffic in front. It's across to McNabb, and he plays it off the boards down the ice. North Stars looking effective on the power play. They're moving their puck around well. Now Maxwell heads there to Young. Young now. Sent a pass behind Zanussi out to center ice. And it's shot back in by Doak as Zanussi slammed him against the board. Young tipping a pass ahead. And Zanussi had to come back to clear it. The Bruins almost stole it. Now it's driven in by Doak, winding up in the left corner. Members of both teams pile in there. O'Reilly taking Roberts in. Roberts battled out with the puck, but the whistle went. And we'll have a face-off to the left of the Minnesota goaltender, Pete Lopresti.
2-0 Northstars. Superb hockey game. The tension mounts. 9:42 left to play. Boston is starting to come on. Minnesota has outshot Boston 16-15 thus far. Face-off will come to the left of Peter Lopresti. Cheevers, the Boston goalie, and that last onslaught by Minnesota on a power play was immense. Kicking out a couple of shots that looked like they might put this game away.
9:42 left. Erickson facing off against Russell. From the draw, puck sitting there before O'Reilly could get cranked up. The North Stars poked it away. Now it's fed back near the line. Erickson intercept. Oh, and Jensen was breaking away, and he couldn't get the puck to him. It was intercepted by Milbury, who brings it in over the North Star line, but he trapped a teammate offside.
Oh, the sweep.
Jensen, Ralph set the breakaway there, but he couldn't get the puck to him.
I've been looking for that play all season. It's a short season so far, but one of these days Jensen will break it on that pass from Erickson. 2-0 Minnesota.
Puck goes rink wide back to the Boston blue line. Milbury picking it up there. Rink wide pass to the right. Park has to come back in his zone with it. Now over to Milbury. Hops his stick. Picks it up off the boards. Brings it to center. Shoots it in. Lopresti directing it away to the corner to his left. Now O'Reilly piles in there, and Barrett caught him with a shoulder. Then fell and lands right on top of the puck, and that stops play. We'll have a face-off to Lopresti's left. Puck goes back to O'Reilly. Shot on! He hit the post! He had Lopresti beaten and hit the inside of the pipe on Lopresti's left, deflected rink wide right across the front of a wide-open net, went into the right corner, and it's cleared out and frozen outside the Minnesota blue line for a face-off.
Both clubs are even now. They'd have two pipes, Al, and Minnesota's had two pipes. The score in a hockey game, Minnesota 2, Bruins nothing. Now this word.
When you're headed for San
Puck in the North Star zone. Maxwell banking it off the boards on his right. Younghands playing it ahead. A penalty has been called here on Glenn Sharpley for hooking.
Sharpley off for hooking.
And the time is 11:13.
6 minutes to go in the third period. Montreal 2, Toronto 1. Incidentally, Sharpley had one stitch put in his lip. An injury suffered tonight. Went 6.
Behind the net, the puck goes to the right wing side. And now Beverly failed to get out with it. Shepard dropping it back to Schmotz into the left corner. Brasser there to tie up Schmotz. Puck comes loose. Rattel back in the net, tied up by Beverly. Centers it. Younghands fell, working to get the puck out of the skates of Cashman, and he lands on his back with the puck underneath him.
Did you see Cashman measure him? Now, if I'm a hockey player lying flat on my back, I don't want Wayne Cashman standing over me with a stick, Al. 1:03 left in this penalty to Minnesota. The Stars 2, the Bruins nothing. 7:50 left in the hockey game.
Dwight Foster will face off for Boston. Ole Brasser for Minnesota. Puck comes to the near boards. Cashman trying to tap it back for Park. It comes loose. Picked up now, fed out by Younghands to Brasser. Younghands breaking. Brasser in over the line. Centering pass. Cheevers blocked it. It was a shot on goal. Now back to Reed. A high shot over the crossbar. Puck on the far side. The Bruins clear it out of their zone now. Here they come on the attack with Foster over the Minnesota line. Stops. Slides a pass to Schmotz, closing in, and his shot hit Nanny. It goes to the boards to the left of the goal. Park feeding back to Schmotz. Near the line, a shot. Brasser deflects it to the left corner. Reed banking it off the board. Schmotz held it in, but then Brasser knocked it off his stick out to center. Sharpley's penalty, 20 seconds left. Now Foster's pass, tipped into the Minnesota zone by Shepard. Reed and Shepard go to the corner to the left. It's played around behind by Reed. Nanny gulps it, and he got it out of the zone all the way Sharpley's time. 5 seconds. Bruins on the attack. Middleton fires it in as Sharpley comes on. Nanny getting the puck, clears the center. Sharpley picking it up. He's got a breakaway. Sharpley right in. He shoots. He scores.
Oh, baby! They're going bananas here. Sharpley on a breakaway. It's 3-0 Northstars.
The puck is being cleared out of the zone by Nanny. Hit a Boston player at the blue line. It dribbled off of him. Sharpley scooped it up, and he broke in, went right in, and he beat Cheevers on the right side with a bullet.
How sweet it is. And it's very sweet that Sharpley should get that breakaway goal because he's been playing a tremendous game all night long.
Sharpley's second goal. Remember, Saturday night, the Washington Capitals are here. Along the boards there by McNabb. The puck comes back toward the blue line. The Bruins hold it in. McNabb took a swipe at a high pass and missed it. There.
With Timmy Young moving in to take the draw for Minnesota. Things have quieted down now as Terry O'Reilly has gone to the showers after his...
You'd think the Stanley Cup was on the line.
I know it.
One, wouldn't you?
Well, Don Terry realizes that this game is won by the Northstars.
That'll be a Boston bench penalty for delay of game and choosing to put somebody over in the penalty box to sit off the minor penalties. Back to the blue line. Erickson to the right point. Maxwell cranks up. He fires. It's wide. It comes out to the right of the goal. Young picking it up there. Toward the slot. Back to Erickson. Right point Maxwell. Left point Erickson. Right point Maxwell. Left point Erickson. Closing in. Back to Maxwell. He's moving in. He fires. It hit a skate. Young shoots. Oh! And they hit it. Traffic to the right of the goal with Cheevers down. The whole net was open 1 second. And then somebody came across. It was Forbes. Erickson to Young. Cranks up, fires. Pad save, Cheevers. And the rebound is gulped down the ice by Forbes. Northstars go back. Erickson coming to center now. Dumping it to Young on his left. Young comes to the Boston line. In over the line. Moving into the right of the goal. Stopping halfway in from the blue line. Comes back toward the line. Over to Maxwell. Firing. And Cheevers blocks it and holds it against his midsection.
The score, Minnesota 3, Bruins nothing. 4:11 left to play in a hockey game.
Feeds it in sharply. Left point, Erickson closing in. Guns it. Oh, great save. Cheevers out to meet him. Fell after making the pad stop. Erickson closing in from the point again. A shot. That goes off Forbes into the right corner. Now it's cranked along the boards by Forbes, and it'll come all the way back behind the North Star goal. Maxwell taking it from Lopresti, starting out on the right side now. Maxwell at the Boston line, played it by one man. Sharpley is picking it up, banned on a shot. Maxwell goes to the left corner after it, out to Anderson. Over to Erickson, closing in. His pass deflected, Prosser, backhand shot, and he's just wide to the right. Here's Sharpley now, coming back near the line, to the point. Cranking up Anderson, fires, and Cheevers saves again, playing it away to the boards on his right. Erickson to Sharpley, he blasts away, and this one goes up on a play. 2 seconds left to Nanny on the opposite boards, in front of the goal. Pirates is being pushed around by Park, who holds him, and there's going to be a penalty. And now Pirates is cross-checked by Miller. Let him have it. Give it to him. Ah, they separated him.
They're all getting
Not Jonathan. I thought it was Miller for a minute.
Look at that.
Pirates has got him around the head. Now he throws him down. Jonathan lifted Pirates up, threw him down, but Pirates has still got the headlock on him. And Jonathan's sweater is pulled up over his head. Now here's Pirates. They pry them apart, and higher Pirates crank two right. Another right hook.
Another
and now Park is going at it.
Maxwell and
Park.
22. 23.
Who is it? Park and who's the North Star player. They're battling in the corner. The North Star player picks Park up and throws him down. He's on top of him. Who is it? Is it Maxwell? No, Maxwell is locked up with somebody else out here. Oh, this is a dandy, folks. I wish you were here. Like old times. Now they've separated Pyrus and Jonathan, but Pyrus got 3 good right hooks in there on Jonathan. And the other North Star player, we're still not sure who it is. It might still be Maxwell. I thought the man that was Maxwell it turns out to be Nanny. But they're still on the ice, and the North Star player has pinned him. Now Park rolls over on top of him. It's just a wrestling match out there. Now Pyrus and Jonathan are going to the box.
Right in front of us.
That's Jensen, isn't it?
Well, I can't. No, it's. Well, let's see now. Let us turn around here and let's see that number.
I think there's a 1 in front of the 2.
Well, there he goes.
Oh, somebody grabbed Maxwell from behind. Who was it? It's Jonathan. Now the other fight is on. It is Jensen. It is Jensen. Jensen has been grabbed, and the linesman is wrestling into the ice. Jensen is hopping mad. Now Jensen is trying to get away from the linesman who's got him.
Hicks has got the Boston player pinned, and now another Boston player pinned.
Hicks had Spots down, holding him. Now they finally get up, and they're just talking to each other. But Jensen is still mad, and he's still trying to get away from the grasp of the linesman who's got him wrapped up. It's Malcolm Ashford, steering him way back into the North Star zone. Well, I tell you, if this is what it takes to snap a team out of a 6-game losing streak, I'm all for it.
WCCO, Minneapolis, St. Paul, 49 degrees, a minute after 10.
Placed by McNair. Beverly going back in the net. We're in the last minute. Now Prosser picking it up from Beverly. Comes out, leaves it drop for Beverly, brings it to center ice. To the left side, Prosser in over the Boston line. Skating to his right, just inside the blue line, feeds the left point. Barrett working it around. Doesn't have to shoot. Kill the time. Now to Sharpley. Sharpley takes the shot, and McNabb deflects that to the left corner. Cashman has come on. He was serving the double minor on O'Reilly. Barrett crunched against the boards by Milbury from behind. Now the puck fed to the right side as North Stars come out at center ice. It's Beverly feeding to his left. Sharpley turns back. He's just going to go right back in his own zone to preserve the shutout. 4 seconds, 3. They chase him. Now to Barrett in the corner, and the game is over. And Lopresti and the North Stars have shut out the Boston Bruins 3-0 to make a rousing comeback after losing 6 straight games, and have shown the kind of hockey that they showed in the preseason training camp. What happened between the time that ended and the season started, the regular season, we don't know. But tonight it looks like the club that showed so much promise in the preseason finally put it all together, and what a hockey game they played. We'll have John Gilbert of the Tribune here to pick the 3 stars of tonight's game. Steve Cannon with the wrap-up and summary as our game continues in 1 minute.